For structural frame, Wen Yi scored the highest, indicating that she has the most ability to think in an orderly manner, therefore she is able to plan and lead a team eventually. The other three score the same, so there's not much different from this frame. As such, our ultimate goal is to achieve organization goals by planning, organizing, and completing tasks. For the human resource frame, Poh Yee and Ying Jia have similar scores that are higher than me and Wen Yi. This means that they are capable of thinking about the importance of people's relationship. However, Wen Yi and I have lower scores, showing that we seldom think from the human point of view when facing problems. In fact, I score the lowest. Therefore, I may face difficulty when solving cases from the human resource aspect. Furthermore, for the political frame, Wen Yi and I had the same score and in fact the highest among all. This suggests that we will have conflicts with subordinates over scarce resources in an organization. However, Poh Yee and Ying Jia may not usually utilize this way of thinking since their scores are relatively low. Lastly, for the symbolic frame, Ying Jia scored the highest among all of us, showing that she has the ability to inspire people by creating motivation to her subordinates, so that they will feel that the organization's goal is significant. In contrast, I still have the tendency to think from the symbolic perspective, but Poh Yee and Wen Yi may not utilize this frame as their scores are relatively low.
In voluntary subordination, me and Ying Jia scored high, Vanesa has an average score, while Poh Yee scored low. This indicates that me and Ying Jia tend to serve others and we do not expect external rewards in return. Poh Yee, who scored low on the other hand, is more desperate for power, therefore she tends to be more self-centered and does not serve others without self-benefits. Poh Yee, Ying Jia and me are high in authentic self, indicating that we have a secure sense of self and will not get offended when our decision is questioned by others, as we are willing to admit any mistakes made. On the other hand, Vanessa, with her insecure sense of self, has subsequently caused her to get offended easily when her work is criticized. Me, Poh Yee and Ying Jia scored relatively high in covenantal relationship, indicating that we illustrate unqualified acceptance when engaging with others, giving them the freedom to explore and express their creativity. However, Vanessa has a low score in this dimension, suggesting that it's more difficult for her to accept the personality difference between organizational members and conflicts can occur easily. In responsible morality, Vanessa and Poh Yee scored high while Ying Jia scored average at 4/7. This indicates that Vanessa and Poh Yee do not morally compromise easily, while Ying Jia is neutral about the moral action and moral reasoning of the organizational members. I, who scored low in responsible morality, tend to be compelled to compromise, although knowing that my action may be unethical. Vanessa and Ying Jia scored high in transcendental spirituality, indicating that they tend to express spirituality at work through engagement of meaningful work that provides them with a sense of purpose. While I scored average in this dimension, Poh Yee scored low, indicating that Poh Yee does not prioritize about helping others to find clarity of purpose and direction in an organization. In transforming influence, I and Ying Jia scored high while Vanessa scored average. This indicates that I and Ying Jia tend to help others to achieve personal and professional growth. While Vanessa is neutral about helping others to achieve professional growth, Poh Yee, who scored low, tend to disregard about helping others to utilize their strength to be what they are capable of becoming. Overall, I, Vanessa and Ying Jia scored relatively high in servant leadership, indicating that we tend to serve others by transforming them into the best version of themselves. While Poh Yee scored average, it means she is neutral in servant leadership.
4 of us scored below 2 for amorality, which is considered low. This indicates that we are unlikely to act immorally in order to achieve our goal. In a competitive environment like today, we do not agree that unethical behavior is essential to have advantages over others and to become successful. We believe that by behaving in a moral way could help us to achieve bigger success in life. Vanessa, Poh Yee and I score higher in desire for control as compared to Wen Yi. It means that 3 of us prefer to be able to control others and the situation rather than being controlled. Having things to be under control allows us to have better understanding of the current situation and be able to predict what will happen in the future. As Wen Yi had a lower score for desire for control, she tends to possess the characteristics of a good listener and follower. Vanessa and I scored relatively high for desire for status as compared to Wen Yi and Poh Yee. This indicates that Vanessa and I have higher desire in achieving higher status and becoming more wealthy. On the other hand, Wen Yi and Poh Yee do not have much desire for status. They prefer to live a simpler lifestyle and are easily satisfied with what they have. For distrust of others, Vanessa and I scored higher than Wen Yi and Poh Yee. As Vanessa and my score is above average, this shows that we do not easily trust others. We prefer to work individually as compared to working in groups. Based on the bar chart, we can see that Vanessa and I behave similarly while Wen Yi and Poh Yee share almost the same characteristics.
Based on the table above, it shows that Ying Jia is high in extraversion compared to three of us. It indicates that Ying Jia is outgoing and enthusiastic as she has a tendency to seek out the company and stimulation of other people and enjoy engaging with the external world. Besides, she is also an action-oriented person and prefers being the center of attention in groups. Four of us score high in agreeableness, indicating that we are friendly and helpful. We generally have an optimistic view of human nature and get along well with others. Besides, we are willing to put aside our interests for other people. Consequently, not only harmony workplace but also harmony teams can be created by us. Vanessa and Wen Yi are high in consciousness compared to me and Ying Jia, indicating that they have a high level of self-discipline. They are usually perceived by others as a responsible and reliable person. They are good at formulating long-range goals, organizing and planning routes to these goals, and working consistently to achieve them, despite short-term obstacles they may encounter. Four of us score quite high in neuroticism, indicating that we are weak in maintaining emotional stability. We may have a greater chance of feeling threatened or being in a bad mood in a normal situation, and we may find it difficult to think clearly and cope with stress. Ying Jia scored high in openness compared to Vanessa, Wen Yi and me, indicating that she is imaginative, curious and open-minded. She has a general appreciation for unusual ideas and art. She will prefer working in jobs that have a flexible attitude compared to routine work. The potential challenge for us is four of us are weak in maintaining emotional stability as we score high in neuroticism. We are very sensitive to environmental stimuli and we have a lower ability to focus on tasks for an extended period of time. This is because instead of rolling with the punches, we react very poorly to the stresses in our lives. We will invest a lot of energy and time replaying conversations and sweating over the email we send when everyone is worrying about work. This can exhaust our mental resources. We are high in agreeableness. It indicates that we are sociable, pleasing, helpful, resolve conflicts and works well with a team. However, this personality brings some problems to us. First, we make hard decisions and cannot deliver bad news in order to get things done easily because of being too agreeable. Besides, we may need the approval of others and we go with the flow to avoid conflict. Therefore, we may end up making harmful decisions to keep the peace and not be disliked. This may affect our working performance and teamwork. Since four of us are low in immorality, this may help us to become the leader who inspires the followers or employees. It is because we will not do something unethical and have advantages over others to achieve our goals. This keeps us in tune with our followers' needs and gives us the urge to reward them favorably for their accomplishments. We do not take our followers for granted, fueling their drive to work harder. Consequently, we may set a positive example for their co-workers. Besides that, we score high in agreeableness, indicating that we are well-liked, sympathetic, and affectionate. It helps us make likable co-workers and have a set of characteristics likely to contribute to positive organizational culture. Although we are attracted to emotionally demanding professions, we tend to be more resilient than others in these professions. This is because we tend to form positive relationships with colleagues and patients, which possibly buffers the inherent challenges to these jobs.
As we scored high in neuroticism, the organization should encourage us to be involved in corporate social responsibility by doing meaningful volunteer work to help others. It can serve as a distraction from overly negative self-ruminations, foster feelings of gratitude, provide a low-stakes forum to work on social skills, and bolster self-efficacy. When it comes to caring for others, using empathy as a motivator adds to the neurotic motive of reducing personal distress by imbuing caregiving with greater authenticity and compassion. This, in turn, is prone to lead to greater personal satisfaction, less focus on negative emotions, greater engagement with and appreciation from others, and improved overall competence. As high agreeableness causes all of us to sacrifice the organizational performance in the process of pleasing others, the organization should set a clear working policy and performance target for us. This is because all of us are high in structural frame, and we tend to follow strictly to rules and policies set. As a result, while we are being agreeable with other organizational members, we also focus on adhering to the working policy and on achieving the performance target. Consequently, organizational goals can be met in the process of being helpful and caring for each other.
Effective group work does not happen by accident. It involves deliberate effort. As 4 of us scored high in structural frame, we can utilize our strength in this area to plan and organize thoroughly during group discussion, gather everyone's opinion as people with different personalities tend to think differently. This is also why forming a team with team members that possess different characteristics is important, whereby the weaknesses of an individual can be replaced by the strength of another individual from the same group. Besides, self-improvement is also crucial. Individuals who are weak in particular area can seek help from other members who are strong in that area. According to our score in Big 5 personality, Vanesa and Wen Yi, who are high in conscientiousness, can work together to help Poh Yee, who are lower in conscientiousness, by setting our group schedule and make sure everyone in the group follows the plan. By doing this, it can also encourage self-discipline among the group